he's got to draw something soon.
It's so crazy. I've been talking in other rounds that we've done even just today. I feel like I've seen more like complete game flubs than I've seen in a long time. Like in these sets of threes, these haven't just been like bad games. They've been the worst case scenario games for some of these players where they just have absolutely nothing. And it just shows consistency is so valuable in this format. Sure, there's a lot of luck as to whether or not you can draw something, but the more alternate types of tech cards that you put into your deck, the less chance you have of just drawing a traditional supporter and getting to start your regular game plan.
Yeah, and we do see decks start to diversify a little bit more and add more tech cards. You know, we see a Hex Maniac or a Zero Sick here or there to try to counter certain matchups. And, you know, you draw those at the wrong time instead of an additional draw supporter. And, yeah, it can end up biting you.
Yeah, Zero Sick's not getting any cards on turn one. It can win games for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just an interesting change I've seen in decks. Versus Seeker is such an incredibly powerful card. It's loaded in almost every type of deck. But because there's so many Versus Seeker, you see less actual draw supporters that players are using.
So, Trainer's Mail, I see a computer search, and that has to be your immediate target. If you're looking for something, computer search definitely will find it for you.
Very arguably the best A-Spec printed of all time. Certainly the most popular and most played. Just gets you whatever you want. And the discarding isn't even so bad for Brad because he also uses multiple different ways to accelerate energy from the discard pile.
Yeah, computer search really is, when you look at it, one of the most boring A-Spec cards there is. All you do is search for a card, but being able to search for any card is extremely powerful. It's just such a flexible card. You're never unhappy to draw computer search because it can always get you something.
Yeah, I always new players try and ask me, like, what kind of stuff should I look for when I'm trying to get into the game? Cards that say search for a card are a big deal.
Yeah.
Oftentimes there's a restriction. It's got to be an energy, it's got to be a Pokemon. Hex Maniac hits the discard pile.
Yep.
But just being able to search for anything is huge.
Yeah, Hex Maniac and the Night Spear going to hit that EV on the bench for 30 damage. That's going to stop any sort of potential Shaman EX or Jirachi EX that Dallin might draw. Even an Unknown using Farewell Letter, it just eliminates a lot of the cards he could draw here.
After all these years, we're still announcing Night Spear as a real legitimate attack.
Hey, it's pretty good. Won Worlds a couple times.
A couple times, and might just win a regional as well for the second time. And Brad has actually committed heavier to the strategy. He's got 2 Darkrai. They're both in play right now. Not all versions of this deck are running 2.
Yeah, and that seems crazy.